Hello, Aries. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to JilleTarot. This is your love reading for mid-February 2021. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. It's not going to resonate with everyone, so let your intuition guide you to what feels meaningful for you. You could also check out the other signs that make up your chart. A lot of times those readings contain additional messages. And thank you all so much for your awesome support. If this resonates, please feel free to like and subscribe. So let's see what the main theme is for you regarding love this month. The rest of this month, Aries. And we're getting, the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. All right, so let's get the details here. And we're getting the Two of Cups, Temperance, the Five of Wands, and the King of Cups. So we have the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love, Aries. So we do have a deep connection here. We have soulmate energy that, you know, starting off the reading here, a love reading, and that it's time to shift your focus back to love here. We have Temperance. This is about going with the flow, having patience, allowing things to unfold very naturally. You know, this is about blending energies. There is some passionate conflict here with the Five of Wands. And then we have the King of Cups. This is being very powerful in your emotions. So it does feel to me like you're going to start shifting your focus back to love, back to a deep connection here. And actually, you know, allow things to unfold naturally, but your focus is back on love. Like I said, there is a little bit of emotional or passionate conflict here with the Five of Wands, some sort of crisis in passion here. But then we have the King of Cups. Like I said, this is, you can tap into this energy where you're very powerful in your emotions here because you've decided that the only thing real in life is love. And you're shifting your focus back to love and you know, ready to come into this connection from a very powerful place. We do have Sagittarius energy. You could be connecting with a water sign. You could be connecting with a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. And so for some of you, maybe what this emotional or this passionate conflict is about, this crisis, could be about a choice between two people here. But mostly it's, you know, for in a general sense, it's about, you know, the energies of Temperance and the energies of the King of Cups here. But getting back, there is a very deep connection and, you know, soulmate energy, like the beginnings of soulmate energy or a deepening of a bond here. But like I said, with Temperance, this is having patience with the situation, having patience, allowing this thing to unfold, you know, naturally here. So let's get a card for this row. We're getting infatuation. Is your judgment clouded? So for some of you, like I said, because we have this passionate conflict, there could be somebody, you know, if this is about a choice, it's somebody you could be infatuated with, where your judgment is a little bit clouded. So it feels like the passionate, you know, somebody that there's a lot of fiery passion is this conflict energy, kind of chaos. What you've been doing battle with is this infatuation, but there is a deep connection here. So for some of you, like I said, it could be about a Sagittarius or possibly a water sign. And one is very fiery, very passionate. And that's this infatuation energy, where your judgment might be a little bit clouded. So it's time to get back to love. Shift your focus back to love as opposed to infatuation, as opposed to some passionate, the passionate energy. It's time to bring it back to love and emotions instead of passion, sexual tension, sexual energy. So let's get some more cards here. And we're getting the Five of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. Well, can it be any more conflicting? We have, this feels to me like this is rejection. This is sadness. This is hurt. This is heartache. Something is, there is emotional conflict. So we have passionate conflict, emotional confliction. Like I said, it comes back to um, conflict when it comes to emotions and conflict when it comes to fiery passion. But the Queen of Pentacles, when it comes to this connection, when it comes to a connection, you can tap into the Queen of Pentacles energy where you kind of ground, come from some grounded energy, down to earth energy. We have the Five of Pentacles. This can be about fear of rejection, but there is emotional fulfillment here. So, like I said, it's like this tug of war between the fives here. You know, between passionate conflict, worthiness, how you feel worthy in the world, and also emotional conflict. But we have the King of Cups here and the Queen of Pentacles, and balancing some grounded, stable, down to earth energy, coming back to love. When you start focusing on love, when you bring the Queen of Pentacles combined with the King of Cups into the situation, it actually can ground, make this more secure, make it more solid, and move away from the fives here. We do have emotional fulfillment here, emotional happiness with the Nine of Cups. But it does feel, like I said, something comes back to infatuation where your judgment is a little bit clouded. It almost feels like mistaking passion for emotional energy here. And like I said, we have passionate conflict, emotional conflict, and possibly fear of rejection or needing to reject the Queen of Pentacles. You actually need to make sure that your judgment isn't clouded. Come from a place. The Queen of Pentacles can bring grounded instability to this Five of Pentacles, where this rejection energy, this worthiness energy. So, this is earth sign energy. So some of you could be connecting with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And you have the choice possibly between water sign, Sagittarius, and an earth sign. But it does feel like bringing this Queen of Pentacles energy to us, to connections and relationships. She can actually ground and help you move away from the fives energy so that you can start to move towards the Nine of Cups. We have shifting your focus back to love, back to a deep spiritual connection, as opposed to infatuation, and going through this process and ending with emotional fulfillment here with the Nine of Cups. But it is about, like I said, it just feels like it is about a conflict. It is about, fear of rejection. It's about, passion versus emotions, and about judgment. So let's get a card for this row. And we're getting red flag. Slow down. Something is off. You need to reevaluate. Yeah, so that comes back to, like I said, back to infatuation, back to your judgment possibly being clouded when it comes to one person here. You want to shift your focus back to love. There's a deep connection on offer, but you need to allow things to unfold. You need to make sure that you're paying attention to the red flags, that you slow things down where something is off in a connection. Reevaluate the situation. Like I said, when it comes to conflict in passions, conflict in emotions, conflict in worthiness, bring the King of Cups energy where you're kind of get balance, very powerful balance of emotional energy, plus bringing a grounded, stable, secure energy to connections and relationships. Like I said, we just, with all the fives, it just feels like there's an unstable situation. But the message here is with the Two of Cups, there is a deep connection available, but it is about, taking the opposing energies of passion and emotions, of worthiness, and actually, alchemizing them kind of balancing and harmonizing the different energies between passion and emotions that brings a grounded stability to this situation. That where we start with the Two of Cups, a deep connection, and end with emotional fulfillment, emotional happiness here. And the cards are infatuation, something, make sure that your judgment isn't clouded, and also pay attention to the red flags. Take time to slow down if something feels off, and reevaluate the situation, evaluate your judgment. Like I said, it does feel like there's this difference between somebody that you're infatuated with versus somebody that's a deep soul connection. So let's see what the best advice is for you, Aries. What you need to know. Children. Children are important to this partnership. So for some of you, this is a children card. So somehow children are going to figure into this situation somehow. Um, you know, it could come back to, you know, children being important to you and to another person, or being important to one but not the other of you. That could come back to this judgment. That could be a red flag. um, like I said, it's the difference between passion and emotions. And so it feels to me like this is about shifting your focus back to love as opposed to passions, as opposed to infatuation. Trying to evaluate who you can have, who you feel a deep emotional connection, not a deep passionate connection with the Two of Cups. This is love. This is soulmate energy that's available. Um, and allowing things, going with the flow so that you can, take a look at your judgment, pay attention to any red flags and evaluate. And then for some of you, children are important to this partnership. And so, like I said, that could come up as a red flag, but it's a very individual message. So somehow, some way, children are important to this partnership, whether it's the partnership of love, um, you know, that's the difference, it feels like, between a passionate connection where, are they really going to um, connect and have feelings if you have children, vice versa, as opposed to somebody that's a deep emotional, spiritual bond. It feels to me like your children are important to them, their children are important to them, children are important in the partnership period. So take a look at the red flags, infatuation, and your judgment here. But know that the only thing that is real is love. Not the only thing that is real is passion. It's about love. Shifting your focus back to love. Where you've gotten maybe off track with infatuation, it's time to shift your focus back to love, because there is a soulmate connection here. It feels to me like this infatuation energy causes the fives here. Rejection energy, unworthiness, passionate conflict, passion that's not grounded. It's not based on any emotions. And then being emotionally unfulfilled here. But you can move from being emotionally unfulfilled with this Five of Cups to actually being very emotionally fulfilled and moving away from these fives as you look at infatuation, as you look at your judgment, as you look at the red flags, and shift your focus back to love and away from this infatuation energy. So I hope this was helpful, Aries. I hope you have a great rest of the month. And until next time, I'm wishing you lots of love and many blessings.